Hello, everyone. It's another late night review with Danny, and I am reviewing Truth or Dare. Lucy Hale and Tyler Posey lead the cast of Blumhouse's Truth or Dare, a supernatural thriller from Blumhouse Productions. A harmless game of truth or dare among friends turns deadly when someone or something begins to punish those who tell a lie or refuse the dare. This is a 2017 movie, rated PG-13, and it runs an hour and 40 minutes. It stars Lucy Hale, Tyler Posey, Violet Bean, Hayden Zizzetto, Landon Laborin. There you go. And the fact that it's a Blumhouse movie can tell you a lot. Okay, so here's the situation with Truth or Dare, okay? Is that it came out last year. Everybody that saw it says the worst movie they've ever seen. We got this movie like shoved down our throat because this girl, Lucy Hale, is somewhat of a star and like a mediocre star, maybe TV star. And she went on award shows and she did all this kind of, advertising saying, hey, Truth or Dare is coming out in 6 months, in 4 months, in 2 months. And she was really trying hard to get people interested in this. It's one of the most unique movies ever. We got to give that to it. It's from the director of Happy Death Day. I have not seen that yet. But these kind of movies, they're kind of unique. They're kind of different. And, I mean, you got to give it some props. You got to give it some credit for trying to be original. I mean, we don't get that all the time. So even though it was awful, and everybody that saw it said it was awful, I waited till now to watch it because I honestly haven't been able to find it. I've been looking for it. I did not want to buy it. I wanted to be able to watch it for free and just say I've seen it, but I haven't had the chance. I've been looking for it for the last couple months, different libraries and different sources, and I'm like, well, I guess I'll probably just never watch it. Everybody said it was awful anyways. Well, I have a family member in another town, and I went to the library with them today, and I saw this on the shelf, and I'm like, hey, I haven't seen this yet. Can you check it out on your card? They said, yeah. I was like, cool. So, my situation is that everybody that saw this said it was awful, worst movie they've ever seen. So, I tried not to go into it with that mindset, but I do have that knowledge. And so, if you haven't seen this yet, you can at least have that knowledge that, everybody that's seen it has said it's awful. So, I would say the first hour, we'll just stick with the first hour, okay? Is that the main girl, her best friend, the gay guy, the boyfriend, the main group, all give interesting performances. The storyline is neat. The truth or dare back and forth is kind of cool and kind of, intriguing. And, that we got the stupid one who, is cocky and says, yeah, dare. And we got all these other people figuring out that, it goes in order, kind of like Final Destination. I mean, come on, people, it's kind of interesting. So then we get past the first hour and we get some really stupid truth or dares, and it turns personal, and eventually it just gets to the point and is telling every single person basically that they have to kill somebody. And I think what everybody's problem with this should be is that it makes no sense. There's this legend of this, like demon that likes to play games. And we've heard that before, kind of like the Joker kind of demon or angel or whatever. I mean, we've heard that kind of legend, sort of, kind of twisted there, and so that part is fine with me. I've watched so many Blumhouse scary, crazy thriller movies that make a lot less sense than this. At least they, know what order they're being tested in. Some of them actually die from, the game, and some of them not from the game, from sacrificing themselves. There are good parts to this movie. The whole legend thing should be people's problem because it makes no sense. And I think it's the worst part of it because they're trying to be a real movie. They're trying really hard to be interesting with what's going on and why they're doing this and not that. I thought when I watched this movie that it would just be truth or dare, stupid, 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 the end. It was much more than that, and I appreciate that because I was intrigued the whole time. The characters are, I think Final Destination is a great comparison because it's intriguing. The people act like stupid idiots when they should be running the other way, and they know they're being tested, and they know they're in order or next, or this even puts more of a twist on it and keeps the game going. I thought everybody would get tested once, and then everybody just dies because you played the game or you've been tested or you're free to go. Final Destination had that twist where as long as you pass, your test, then you're fine, and it skips over to the next person or whatever, or it skips some other storyline or something. But this really wants everybody to die, and so the problem with it is the last half hour. But up until 5 minutes left, it's making sense. They have a way to end it. They are presented with the actual demon himself, mostly. Everything in this movie connects itself. It's not just a kill 'em all. It's not just a stupid, we're playing a game, that's all. It's mostly that. And I understand why everybody would sit through this and be like, oh, this is the worst movie ever. Okay, I get it. Okay, it's a game. And it turns into this evil thing. But there's a demon running it. There's stuff that makes sense. So it's not the worst movie ever to me, okay? So the thing that I hope does not happen is that they make a sequel out of this, because it would make a lot of sense. They left it wide the freak open for a second one. And I know nobody will see it. That's fine. But I think there will be. When you get people like this that are beautiful and they think they're talented and they think they got something really original on their hands, and it was in theaters and it is on DVD and people are talking about it, no matter if it's awful or not, you got attention, you can make a sequel. So the ending is the worst part of this, obviously. And so I just don't understand. And I know everybody else is going to say the same thing, so I'm just going to say it. This game originates at this church in Mexico. That's what the whole movie is doing. It actually makes sense that it has an origin. That's great. The way this movie decides to end is having the main character go online with our technology and tell everybody, hey, truth or dare. And she's not even technically at the freaking place. And even if she is, she's not inviting people to play truth or dare while they're there. And that's the whole point of the legend. So you can't just do what you want to do because you're making a movie and because you're ending it on your terms and you're making your own money and everything. You got to stay true to the legend. Okay? So this movie had me, and it had me thinking differently than the masses of how horrible it is right up until the end. And then I agree with everybody what's going on, because the last 20 minutes or so, and especially the last 5 minutes, it's like, what are you doing? You're just chickening out. Have a real ending. Have them defeat the demon. Have them end the game. Or have them think they end the game and then die, like Final Destination. Do something. Whatever the heck this was, it just makes me think they're going to make a sequel. That's all. I don't have any opinion about it except that it sucks and it's a letdown because the whole movie is interesting. It's not the worst movie ever. It's not boring. It's a little stupid here and there and whatever, but you don't see a couple things coming. There's a couple characters brought up and it's really intriguing how we get brought along on the finding out things about the origin and everything. We get to end up finding out who this guy at the beginning of the movie is later. That connection, they make connections. That's more than I can say for half the movies I watch. So I'm going to give Truth or Dare a C minus. If I watch this video sometime in the future and I'm like, oh yeah, C minus, and they do make a sequel of this, I'll watch the sequel. I think I'd like to know what ends up happening from this demon, because that's what I wanted them to do in this movie, was to have conclusion and kill the darn thing. And that would be the only reason for making a second one. So the only thing I can say is that, this is a game between people in real life that's just a stupid game. And how they made that into a legend with this, I think was stupid. It really was stupid, especially how the actors are acting when they first get asked to play Truth or Dare. But I think everything ends up making sense. They connect things, and it's fine. I probably talked long enough about this. Lots of critics have made their reviews on it since they saw it last year. So just got around to it. Wanted to do my review. C minus for Truth or Dare. Thanks a lot, guys. My name's Danny. If you like this or any of my other videos, try and give some of them a watch. Like and subscribe to my channel if you would. And enjoy your movies. Thanks.